Hello there, welcome to Penpositive. This is Vinod Narayan. What do we do if we have an idea? We all have so many ideas, and most of them don't take off, and many of them never succeed. But there's one fact: if you don't start with an idea, if you don't try out an idea, there's no way you can figure out whether you'll fail or you'll succeed. So it's most important for us to try out an idea. And I want to share something that happened to me 2 weeks back, where I was able to take an idea and take it forward and kind of test it out. So I always had this idea that sitting here in the US, there should be a way I'm able to communicate and talk to an audience of students back in my hometown in Kerala, in India, and impart what I have learned over the past 25 years working in the corporate sector, running business and talking to people, the failures and challenges and the small success that I've had. And I thought the first thought was to make a video. So I made a video. I got a lot of people interested. I got them to connect with me in LinkedIn. And then I said, okay, maybe that's the right time for me to start this. And I went ahead and selected a web conferencing tool. And I put out a registration link, and I got about 25 people register. And I said, that's good. 25 people registering on the first web conference that you want to do. But on the day when I was doing the conference, only 5 turned up. And I know there are a lot of people who would know that that's how it works. You might have 25 people register, but only 5 turn up. It was a good experience for me. We were able to talk. We were able to spend about an hour and a half with all the 5 people. But then I said, this is not what I expected. I expected that all the 25 would turn up, and then I would next have something with about 50 people, and I could grow it that way. It did not work. So I had 2 choices. I had a choice of leaving and saying that maybe it's not working out because people are not matured enough to use web conferencing tools. Maybe the internet is not that stable enough and people find it difficult to connect and be there. Maybe there is a problem with the time zone differences, and that's why people are not able to join. Maybe it's just a culture thing that people are not used to web conferencing tools. Or I could get creative and try to do something else. So when I was thinking creative, I was trying to figure out what is it that I cannot do and I could use someone's help to do. So I remembered this gentleman called Biju Varghese. He is part of a large group of industries back in Kerala. So his company, Mangalam Group of Industries, this group of companies, they are into publication, they're into media, they're into education institutions, and they do a lot of work in Kerala. And I had been introduced to this gentleman because I did an interview for their media company about a few months back. So I reached out to the contact I had and got Biju's number, and then we got on a call. About an hour call we had on August 30th. And so when you talk to someone and you share an idea, and they share the same enthusiasm with you when it comes to education, when it comes to innovation, when it comes to looking at creative ways how you can take education forward, then you know you've got a partner. You've got someone whom you can kind of act as a sounding board, and they're also ready to see something happen. So we had a 1-hour discussion. At the end of it, Biju told me, why don't we try it out? And that's one of the most important thing, when someone tells you that you've got an idea and let's try out. Let's try in a very small way. Let's see if it works. And then he connected me with a gentleman called Dr. Vinod Vijayan, who is part of the computer science department at the college. And then we spoke for about an hour, and we were trying to figure out how will it be useful for the students who attend. And then we said, let's do it. And at the end of the call, we fixed a date for it on September 19th. Imagine, I had this idea and I was thinking what is the way to do it, and then 30th I have a call on August 30th, I have a call, then I have one more call, and September 19th, we are going to try out this whole thing. So on September 19th, I had a Zoom call, and there was an auditorium within the Mangalam College of Engineering. There were about 100 to 140 students from the computer science department. And then I was here sitting in Fremont and talking to them. We spoke about dreams, we spoke about aspirations, career, work, life. We spoke about challenges, we spoke about failures. We spoke about how can we quickly rebound once we fall. And it took me back 25 to 26 years back when I was a final year student in college, and I thought about what are the dreams, what are the aspirations I had as a final year student. And looking back, did I really achieve those dreams? Did I take detours? What makes me happy today? And that was a very revealing, very humbling, very energizing experience. When you are getting closer to 50 and you spend some time, an hour with kids 21, 22 years old, when they're bubbling with energy, looking at the world, ready to accept the challenges, ready to explore the opportunities out there, you feel so rejuvenated. And I think I should thank each and every student of Mangalam College of Engineering for giving me that opportunity to talk to them. We even had a Q&A where they had a few questions that they wanted to ask, and I hope I was able to answer. But I wanted to share that whole thing across to you, because many times we have an idea, and if we think we are the only person who has to make something about the idea, then many times the idea won't take off. So it's important for us to get creative with our idea. It's important for us to find a partner who shares the same enthusiasm with us, and then we should try it out. We should give it a try, and then the feedback that you get, the learnings that you have, then you decide what you want to do in the future. And what really happened to me is that I had this idea of doing an online program for students and people who are looking for jobs and everything. So now, since this worked out, it put so much energy into what I was thinking before. And I'm going to launch my program in November. So, been working on that. I wanted to share that in Penpositive with many of you who have been listening to me. So I would have that program coming up in November. I'll get you more details on that in the next coming few weeks. But just wanted to thank Biju, Vinod, and the entire set of students in Mangalam College of Engineering for at least helping me try out what I think is a good idea. Thank you. And I'll see you all again some other time. Thank you.